Welcome back to the Technical Guide for Startups, a video series where we help startups to start, build, and grow their businesses successfully and sustainably on Google Cloud. My name is Matteo, and I'm a customer engineer here at Google Cloud. I'm here with you today to introduce you to Looker, how this technology works, and the value it can bring to your organization. After helping you with starting your journey to the cloud and optimizing your deployments in the Start and Build series, today we're kicking off the Grow series, where we will help you meet the needs of new customers and expand to new markets. We are right at the beginning of your journey to grow your business on Google Cloud, and today we want to show you how to become a data-driven company by uncovering insights with Looker. Here is what we will cover today. First, we will look at the different products included in the Looker family, such as Looker, Looker Studio, and Looker Studio Pro. Then we will dive deeper into what Looker really is, what traditional BI look like, and how Looker solves the problems that traditional BI systems cause. Further, we will cover Looker's architecture and how Looker actually works with a technical demo focused on Looker's main features, namely LookML, Explores, and dashboards. We will then conclude by showing you how startup customers are successfully utilizing Looker to uncover insights from their data. Here is what Looker really is in a nutshell. Looker is Google's unified, intelligent, and open BI platform. And here I would like to highlight a few of the features that make Looker special. First of all, its universal semantic layer, which enables complex data to be simplified for end users in curated catalogs with predefined business metrics and built-in data transformations. Secondly, its API connectivity, meaning that just about anything that you can do with the Looker application, you can also do through API. For example, you can provision new user accounts, run queries, or schedule reports. Looker also has a powerful integration with ML and AI tools such as BigQuery ML, but also Jupyter Notebooks if you would like to build your custom models on your data. Lastly, through self-service visualizations, you can empower all your employees to extract insights from your data and improve your company-wide decision-making processes. The Looker product family includes Looker, Looker Studio, and Looker Studio Pro. Looker Studio is a self-service visualization tool where you can create dashboards directly from your spreadsheets. Here, no centralized data model is required, and you can import data from a variety of sources and start working with your data in a few minutes. Additionally, you can collaborate with your colleagues and share your dashboards with whoever you would like. Looker, on the other hand, is our multi-cloud data platform that gives you governance of your data at scale. It allows you to explore your data on a universal semantic layer. Looker Studio and Looker work hand in hand to provide a complete, unified, and comprehensive platform for self-service and centralized business intelligence to help you work with your data. Before diving into Looker, I would like to quickly focus on Looker Studio Pro, the paid version of Looker Studio, our self-serve business intelligence reporting tool. The solution will gain increasing importance within the Looker ecosystem, and on top of allowing you to visually analyze data and design impactful reports, it will give you an enhanced visibility of your data across your organization through an integration with Dataplex. It will give you an improved team collaboration experience with team workspaces, providing better access and content management functionalities. And it will give you access to 24/7 support channels and a 99.9 availability SLA. And let us now dive deeper into how Looker innovates the business intelligence landscape. With traditional business intelligence tools, in order to create a dashboard for a specific business purpose, it is usually necessary to first find the right data amongst the data available to the company. As data sits in different sources, data analysts need to extract the data by using connectors or writing SQL queries. Then, the data is aggregated into siloed workbooks, which represent different subsets of the overall data. Finally, it is visualized into a variety of different dashboards and reports that are then consumed by business users. This causes two main issues. Firstly, if new information has to be added to the report, we need to go back to the data analyst every time. As you might imagine, this process can become a bottleneck, as it is rather time-consuming for the data analyst to accommodate the request of such a high number of stakeholders. Secondly, in case we want to update or create a new metric, data analysts need to go back into every report or every workbook to update the metric, creating data chaos and severe inconsistencies across dashboards. Looker solves both problems. With Looker, you can have the trustworthiness that comes with everyone using standardized definitions of your business metrics without losing the ability for people to self-serve, to answer their own questions with data. Fundamentally, Looker will enable everyone to make better decisions with data. And this is only going to happen if everyone can ask questions on the data and get reliable and correct answers without bottlenecks or chaos. Let's now take a look at the different components and mechanisms that make Looker such a unique business intelligence platform. At its core, Looker's in-database architecture allows customers to avoid having to extract data every time they need to build a report. Instead, data is queried directly from the underlying database, avoiding any unnecessary movement of data. Secondly, Looker will speak SQL to your database, but everything will first go through a code-based semantic modeling layer called LookML. This will effectively work as a single source of truth that avoids any inconsistencies in your data and allows you to define standard metrics across your business and maintain them from a single location. Last but not least, Looker is cloud-native and fully web-based. Everything is hosted and maintained by Looker. Thanks to its API-first approach, Looker allows users to push data to business applications or automate workflows based on data. For example, if your marketing campaign is not performing as planned and Looker detects that your conversion rate is below a certain threshold, you can configure it as such that your campaign is stopped automatically. Pretty cool, no? Here's how Looker changes the BI scene. Looker connects directly to your SQL database, giving you a complete picture of your company data. Looker provides end users with a business intelligence tool and interactive dashboards which can be easily updated by non-technical users. It allows you to integrate your data to third-party tools, using dynamic alerting or exporting your customer segment to your marketing tool. Finally, you can build with Looker by productizing your data and metrics into third-party software. Lou will now run you through a demo to show you how to go from database to insights, focusing on Looker's three main features: LookML, Explore, and Dashboards.
Hi everyone, this is Lou. I'm a customer engineer from Google Cloud. Today, I'm going to show you how to deploy Looker in your organization by generating and customizing a reusable data model, exploring the data through that model, and creating a Looker dashboard. The first step is to connect Looker to your database. Looker works with real-time data. We do not store or extract data in Looker. The data stays in the database. I'm going to develop and select Manage LookML project. And from here, I'm going to create a brand new project. Let's call this e-commerce since it's an e-commerce dataset. A project is something that is going to stick with us. My coworker and I are able to build business logic into that, which allow us to collaborate on. Once the project is created, the first step is to create a view file. Click Create View from Table. I will need to select the database connection and the tables that I will need. I'm going to use the database called ecom and select the table, inventory items, and order items, and click Create Views. Looker is now scanning through and generating all the columns that exist in this table. For example, we can see an ID column in the Order Items table. It also found the column called Created and Delivered, and automatically broke it into different time frames. These are going to be very flexible for me to use. A dimension is a column coming straight from the database, like sales price dimension, and measures are defined in Looker, like this average sale price. This is the unique location where the metrics are defined. There are two reasons why we define metric like this. Number one, this is how we enforce Looker single source of truth. Everyone will be using the same definition of the metric. Number two, this makes Looker very scalable. To update a metric, you update here and it will be updated everywhere, in every dashboard which is using the metric. Before I can explore this data, I will firstly need to create a model file. First, edit the connection name to Luca Private Demo. Then, specify the table that I want to explore. In this case, it will be order items. Now we are good to go. Let's start with our first explore. I want to know what the average sales price is. So what I need to do is just to click the average sales price on the left and click Run. It looks great, but I hope to format it to US dollar. So I'm going back to Order Items View file and edit the average sales price. Let's now go back to Explore page and refresh the web page. With that, I get my average sales price in US dollar. Now comes to the question, what if I need to use the information from other tables? We will firstly need to let Luca know how these two tables join together in the model file. Here, I specify the view name, which is Inventory Items. It will join the order items using the key item ID. In the inventory table, we have the information of product cost. And in the order items table, we have the information about the sales price. Now, to get the gross margin, and from there, using the sum of gross margin to calculate the total gross margin, I can simply do a calculation like this. With that, I'm going to refresh the Explore page, remove the current filters, and explore the total gross margin. I'm going to click Created Date from the Inventory table and Total Gross Margin from the Order Items table. Click Run. From here, I want to filter the date to the past 30 days and click Run again. With that, I got the total gross margin for the past 30 days.
As we saw, LookML will support your scalability needs as your company grows. It will serve as a single source of truth for all your company data and metrics. Additionally, any changes to business logic are always tracked thanks to its integration to GitHub. In the next part, Lou will show you how non-technical people will use the self-service layer to explore data.
In the first part, we get the result of total gross margin for the past 30 days. Let me explain what happened in this Explore page. Anytime a user selects metric on the left, Luca is writing SQL automatically on behalf of the user. When you press the Run button, Luca is sending this query to the database, which understands exactly what was requested and returns the result. This will free up a huge amount of time for your data analysts who will not need to constantly write SQL queries again and again. At the same time, you are sure that the results are consistent because all the metrics are defined in one location. Once you have created your visualization, you can do 3 different things. Number 1, you can share it with a link. As Looker is being fully web-based, the user you share it with will have the same width with the same filters. Number 2, you can save it as a new dashboard. And here you are. I have just created a new dashboard on my own without having to go through a technical person. The third thing I can do is to schedule this report and send the data to a third party too.
Through the Explore function, business users can get answers to business questions in seconds without any technical knowledge required. Data analysts can save substantial amount of time and focus on value-add activities. Finally, your numbers and results are consistent across the entire organization as metrics are defined and accessed from a single location.
In part 3, we will cover a few examples about the dashboard. In part 2, we show you how to simply create a dashboard to show total gross margin for the past 30 days. Let's take a look at the dashboard page and have a better understanding on what else we can do. As Looker has access to all the data that sits in your database, which means I can see every transaction. And not only can I see this transactional data, I can also take action on it. By clicking average order sales price, I'm able to see the raw data and send the email straight from Looker. All the data is in real time. Looker does not store any data, so I can also set alerts if any metric exceeds certain threshold, such as if average sales price is less than 25 and specify the filters. Alerts are configured to send their specified recipient's notification to email or Slack when the alerts conditions are met or exceed.
Finally, we saw the power of Looker dashboards, which allow users to browse data in real time, define metrics once, and use conditional alerts to monitor KPI and take action accordingly. And finally, access underlying transactional data and really understand the why behind the metrics they see. Before concluding, we would like to show you how one of our customers operating in the insurance industry, Simply Business, transformed the insurance experience with Looker. As Simply Business grew to over 700 employees in the UK and USA, it faced a few challenges as it did not have a centralized data platform. It had information silos which led to inconsistent reporting and mistrust in data which caused delay in decision making. By integrating Looker in its day-to-day operations, Simply Business was able to get real-time access to data and accelerate its reporting processes, transform their customer experience by speeding up their contact center analytics, and finally implement a centralized analytics hub to manage your business metrics. To conclude, today we saw how Looker can enable your organization to unlock data for every employee by being your trusted data platform, enabling you to make informed decisions, and helping you deliver pleasant data experiences to your organization. In the description below, we have compiled a few resources you could use to get started with Looker. We really hope this video has been informative, and do not wait anymore and start exploring with Looker to find the true power in your data. But first, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for our next video on our sustainability strategy to help you understand how Google Cloud can support you and your company on your sustainability journey.